This used to be a tailings pond. If you were here 2 years ago, you wouldn't be able to drive across it. So we've been reclaiming this pond for the past 4 years. So far we've planted 150,000 trees. It's probably about this big when it was planted, so it's grown quite a bit. We have 450,000 more to go.
Just over this hill here was actually a big hole in the ground. It was one of the first mine pits that we had at Syncrude. The trees are 15 to 20 years old that were reclaimed that long ago. And then there's other areas where it's quite a bit younger. Some of the trees down there are between 5 and 10 years old.
Reclamation is a pretty complex activity, actually. It starts with detailed planning from before a project even gets started, and it goes all the way through mining and operations through to closure. All the operators have a requirement to reclaim everything that they actually disturb for mining. So whether it's a mine pit or a tailings pond or an overburden disposal area, our goal up here in the oil sands is to make the landform sustainable and the drainage is functioning and appropriate and last a long time.
My experience in the oil sands is learning better ways to do things. 10 years ago, when we were doing consultation with First Nations elders, they told us if we took that forest floor layer and put it in an area that was ready for reclamation, then it would speed up our reclamation process.
One day, this will look like a really nice wetland with some rolling upland hills. Woody debris provides wildlife habitat and provides some opportunities for biodiversity in the area. Here is an example of soil placement. So this is actually on top of tailing sand, and then there's some natural sand. You can see the red stuff, and then here's your reclamation material, upland surface soil. So it gives a good foundation for trees and shrubs to grow in. After the trees and shrubs are planted, then companies actually monitor the land for a number of years. There's monitoring related to soils, trees, other understory vegetation, water quality, wildlife. After a period of monitoring, we would look at reclamation certification. So by certifying an entire landform, we can ensure that the drainage and the vegetation is integrated with the surrounding landscape. This is probably one of the oldest areas of reclamation at Suncor. There's strawberries, raspberries, a lot of species that are native to the region. Just to see how much the trees have grown and to know that at closure we're going to have landscapes that look like this. The thing that's important to understand is that mining takes time. A tailings pond can be in operation for up to 30 years. So there are things that we cannot reclaim right away because they're actively being used. The best part of my job is working with the operators, and seeing how they progress and seeing how we can work together to make things better.